All right, here we are, week 10, second week of distance learning. Before we get up to the end of the trimester here. Um, so, kind of similar to what we had last week, there's going to be a day one, day two assignment. The day one, day two was vocab last week. This week it's going to be more of an in depth reading. Just a note on these assignments, these are just guided reading assignments where you read an article. This is it. And then there's like 3 or 4 questions that follow it. So, you have to make the assessment. These are harder assignments. They're a little bit more higher order, but you get to take them twice. So you can take the first one, you can take it, and then go back and see if you can improve your score. Both of the readings are focused on what we talked about in the notes, the intended and unintended consequences of westward expansion. One being the dealings with the native populations in the Ohio River Valley and West, particularly with the leadership of Tecumseh. And then the other one is kind of the political unintended consequence of how to deal with this question of new states. How are the new states going to be part of this nation? And we have the whole underlying issue of like slave versus non-slave with the Missouri Compromise, which we'll talk a little bit more in our note-taking assignment. So same deal. If you have Monday or Wednesday, as far as whether you're odd or even, you should be in the Google Meet that day. Because what we'll be doing is the Pear Deck presentation, which will help you answer these questions that are attached, focused on nationalism and westward expansion. All right. So this will follow along with a Pear Deck note assignment that we will do, which is like a Google slide. If you cannot in any way make it, there is another option of using some of the notes here to help you answer the questions. And then turn this in. And so this is a class note thing. If you do not make it on Monday or Wednesday and you come the next day, we will also go through this, but not in the Pear Deck version. So in that sense, you're going to almost kind of have to do a little bit more work if you miss the Google Meet. And that's kind of the idea, making sure you're there Monday and Wednesday, because that'll make answering and completing this a little easier. So again, this will be kind of the last bit of content. Next week will be our summative on Manifest Destiny, and definitely if you're a Wednesday student or you're an even student, you're going to have to be there on Wednesday so you know exactly what you're working on for your assignment. So that's it for week 10. If you have any questions, please message or email.